Hello once again, everyone. And this is Halo 4 week. Yeah, and that came out Tuesday. And I'll talk about that at the end of the vlog. I'll give you guys the update first. On Monday, I did the usual shopping, and I got a surprise. I genuinely have like the usual amount of food and stuff. One of the things I tend to buy each week is some fruit. This week I bought some back apples. I thought it was going to be too quick, but they've been reduced, so I'm like, so I scanned them in. As you do, £795, and they came up with furniture. That just confused me and the staff. Like, ooh, I'll have to avoid that. It's like, oh yeah, oh, it's work now. Not sure why it didn't, it does what it does. But here we go, that was my funniest start to the week. On Tuesday, facial modeling was doing photo texturing. It was quite interesting. We're going to be needing to do it once they finally like mock or what. They still haven't. We need to move on to ZBrush and do that. And then in engines and physics, we've getting an object into the actual engine and everything there, get in there and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Wednesday, I got here at 4 and played that all day. Took me 8 hours to finish the campaign. Fun times. Thursday, I did some computer animation work in the morning, and then nothing in the afternoon because it didn't feel like it. Friday, we did computer animation in the morning. Now we went to yeah, I forgot. But we like to use something in 3ds Max to make some like it's like a physics engine in Max, and you can affect like gravity and make items like pop and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And then that afternoon we had a meeting with my group and we talked a lot about our game and stuff, and went through more narratology stuff and some of the game stuff and what we'll be doing this week and all that sort of stuff. Which was fun times. So yeah. On to Halo 4. Now, I know not really will have. I know some people have played this, and it's Xbox exclusives, and not all of them have played this. And frankly, I don't really want to spoil the story, just in case some of you are planning to get it and haven't. But I'm just gonna throw my opinion out there on the game itself and my experience with it so far. Campaign wise, I really did a good job of doing the campaign right. I mean, they could have got the campaign wrong, they could have gone in a completely wrong direction with Master Chief. I mean, the previous like 3 Halos with Master Chief all had epic campaigns. I mean, 2 was a bit long, and yeah, it wasn't the best campaigns in 2, but it still did a good job. But in 4, apart from a couple of niggles on my part, like the start, I just didn't get why they had the interview with Halsey. I mean, I do get it, like, oh, this is a new trilogy of Halo, and if people who are coming into this haven't played the previous games, so it gives you a bit more information about the Spartan's creations, which is pretty cool, but yeah, it just didn't make sense as a start to have it there. I mean, it could have been a cool sort of cutscene halfway through, or even a terminal cutscene, because they do the terminals, like access that cutscene via a terminal. It would have been a cool sort of bonus thing, maybe, but as a start, as it didn't feel like it fit correctly. But apart from that, generally how the story progressed, it was really good. I like the new enemies, the Prometheans. They're really cool, and the weapons were pretty impressive. It's like adding a new sort of side to Halo, which it's a good thing, I think, because they've done 3 games with Halo, Conflict and the Flood. They can't really do much more with the Flood, to be honest. I mean, they were annoying, and the Conflict is like the staple thing, and it's like, I like how they did the Conflict in this one again, and they brought it back, but they were slightly different, they're slightly more fanatical, like, for the foreigners, and it's like, well, I know sort of some of the backstory to that, because it's like they're being led by Drew Dano. Probably started to say that last one wrong, but basically because I've read the Halo book, of the newer Halo books, the Glasslands and the First War, he's in that, and it's like, well, in the end of the First War, he's sort of like, he finds out about the Didact and how he's on record, and it's like, well, he's gonna be aiming towards that now. And then in this game, it turns up, but you don't really learn about that unless you go or watch the terminal stuff. Which is, I mean, I thought they could have done something with that, but that ended the actually main campaign, maybe, I don't know, but they didn't. It was good, and then the Didact was really he's like really cool. It's like, well, I know about his backstory now because of Halo Anniversary's terminals and the Krypton Primordium books, and covered some of his stuff for in the Forerunner of the War. Pretty cool. It's like, I also know about the thing that turns up in Halo 4. I won't spoil that for you, because again, that was in the books. It was talked about briefly in the books, and how they used that. It's pretty cool. And another couple of niggles with the campaign, really. I mean, the weapons sound really awesome, but the conflict weapons and the Promethean weapons do from time to time sound a little bit more human, and it's like they're made to be alien weapons thing. So I don't know. I mean, obviously they use the human weapons as a starting basis to record this out, but they didn't excuse me, edit it enough to make them sound like they did in previous games, where it's like proper like lasery sound. I mean, some of them did sound like that, but I mean, a couple of them sounded a bit more than I would have liked. Another slightly good is like this. This game sort of focuses around the Master Chief and Cortana quite a lot. It's like that's the main focus of this game, is that between them and their relationship, and how Cortana is becoming rampant now. And that was really awesome, but it's like the previous Halo games had a good supporting cast. Like Sergeant Johnson, you just absolutely love. You got Captain Jacob Keyes in the first one again. He was a pretty awesome character. And then you got Miranda Keyes in the second one, and then Lord Hood as well. And he turns up, and you got the Arbiter as well. It's like they're big characters, and they go into quite depth in Halo 2 and 3 with these characters, because they're like sort of with you for most of the story. I mean, yeah, it still focuses on Master Chief because he's like the hero and stuff, but yeah, I mean, like this game, mean, you had Lasky, who's pretty awesome from Forward Under Dawn, the series, and it's like, well, you know about him, at least sort of talked about it a little bit, but, you know, they didn't really focus, I mean, not much about him right now. So they introduced him, talked a little about him and stuff like that. And then you got Captain Del Rio, who I know again from the books. Well, the first thing was a ball book. He's in not. He's like an asshole, but you know, you got Sarah Powell, who needs the Spartan Force. Again, it's like you get brief glimpses of these characters. I mean, they come more alive in the Spartan option. So yeah. I think if they sort of sold a little bit of that, probably maybe try to spend them up, but more time getting to know these new characters that popped up. I mean, they did an excellent job of doing the die out and talking a lot about him. And he's gonna be the new enemy of probably the next one of this trilogy, I reckon. And then obviously you got the librarian as well. You briefly meet her in this, which might have been a bit of a spoiler for you, but oops. Anyway, I'm done with the campaign. Talking about the campaign, I'm still playing it on heroic, on my own, and with friends, and then legendary complete. Wouldn't that be that brilliant? Yeah. Anyway, on to multiplayer. Actually, I really like it. It's done a really good job of doing it. I mean, like, I'm started out as a bit of a new multiplayer wise, because I've never really had I've not had Xbox Live before, really. Like, I got a 3 month subscription into it. I got like 2 months off, so like, I'm gonna be playing a lot of Halo multiplayer and Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, because when I get bored of Halo, it might be viable, you know. But yeah, the war games really good. I mean, I've not tried every single map, like, game type yet, but I've tried Infinity Slayer, which I really like, Dominion, which is pretty cool, and Flood, which I didn't actually really like that much. It's like, I think Flood's replacing an infection game type from previous games, like the zombie ones, that instead of zombies you could get turned into blood. It's a cool thing of bringing the Flood back into the Halo, and you get to play as them now. It's pretty cool, but yeah, I don't know. The couple of games that I had of that, I didn't really click with it. Maybe once I get a bit better, maybe it'll be cool. But yeah, the war game is really good. I mean, it's like very fast paced, fast moving. The maps, the ones I play, flow pretty well. Having sprint always is really cool. The loadouts are pretty cool. It's basically improved the multiplayer experience a lot from Reach, which was like the last Halo 2 years ago, and that multiplayer pretty much sucked quite a lot. I mean, I played it a bit online a couple of months ago, and it still wasn't perfect. I mean, Halo is noted for its campaign, but it's also noted for its multiplayer. Though Bungie, I love them completely for making a series, they could have spent a little bit more time refining the multiplayer to make sure everything worked with all their own abilities, and making sure the maps work properly with their own abilities. Because it's like they built these really big maps, and they could have made them slightly different, making them more flow better, just to ensure you have enjoyable time playing the multiplayer. But yeah, that's done. The Spartan Ops, I've played the first episode, which is like, you get an animated episode, which is pretty cool. It's like, I think it's like 5 minutes long, something like that. It's really cool. It's like introducing you to like this thing set like 6 months after the campaign. It was like on my Korean. It's really cool. Like, interesting. Introducing you to certain new characters, and and then the like 5 missions themselves are pretty cool to do. It's like so very fun. It's a bit hard on your own to sort of like it. I don't know, I've done 2 missions already. I'm not bad, but I definitely had a better time when I did it with my mate on Legendary. And we had like 2 other guys with us, and it's like we had a good time. Well, I think we talked to them, but it's like blasted through them. It's really cool how we did it. So it's definitely a lot more co-op based than sparring ups, I think. But they did a good job of it. The only thing is, like, I mean, I really like Firefight from Reach. I mean, Firefight is so good. I mean, you can still play Firefight and have a good time. So it's like now Spawn Ops is sort of meant to replace Firefight, and I can see its benefits of it. But I mean, replayability, you can put reclaim a couple of times, but not really do them over and over again like you could do a Firefight. Because, well, yeah, that's the only real problem with it. It's like you can play them once or twice, but you can't do them over and over again. Forge, I had some trouble finding the actual like Forge world maps, but I found them now. So I mean, in Reach it was claiming out just Forge worlds, whereas in this one they don't have that, which is slightly disappointing. But other than that, it's pretty much Reach with a few boxes on extras. It's like the magnet mode, which would probably be very useful. And I think you've also got a bigger budget, which again would probably be very useful, making better maps. So yeah. And 30 modes pretty much exactly the same. So yeah. I also like how they've done the terminals where it's like it doesn't take you out of the experience. Like you download them to your waypoint and you can watch them there, and then these. I watched a couple that I found. I've not found them all yet. Last night. It's really cool because it adds backstory to the games. And it's all like extra stuff that you don't really need to know, but it's like basically it's sort of similar to the way the books sort of add to the experience. I can see similarities with books. Like some of the characters actually from the books, but it's slightly different. It's more set in the fallen and human world than the fallen flood war. So yeah, but it's really cool that we've done that. Well, I like it. I'll try and find all the terminals to get the whole sort of shebang of it. But yeah, I think I've rented long enough about Halo 4. I shall still be playing it for a long time to come. I think they've done a really good job of bringing Halo back. Reach was good for is as good as Reach. I really want to see what they're going to do for the future. I really want to see the next Xbox, because frankly this Xbox is done. They pretty much pushed the graphics to the limit, I think, with Halo 4 and most of the other games coming out. We need a new Xbox to get either better graphics or just more power or more memory, definitely. Stuff like that. Anyway, that's me done. This video's really long. I'll see you guys next week. I'll talk about whatever comes to mind. Bye!